So, what is SideChainX? It's essentially a sidechain shaping plugin for creating space, movement, and clarity in a mix. Instead of simple volume ducking, it lets you draw the envelope, choose how it triggers, and visually check how the main signal, sidechain, punch, and low-end conflict are reacting. SideChainX does have some unique features that are designed to speed up your workflow and achieve the task at hand, such as its punch meter and its KickFit feature, which I'll show shortly. Let's start with the available trigger modes. The first one is beats per minute mode, which sync locks the envelope to the host tempo, giving you rhythmic pumping and repeatable groove-based movement. Then we have audio reactive mode, which listens to the sidechain input, usually a kick, and triggers the envelope from real audio onsets. This is best when the groove is loose, swung, or not perfectly grid-based. And finally, MIDI mode, which triggers the envelope from MIDI notes, giving precise sample-aware control over when the ducking starts. Before we get into a demo, let's quickly cover the user interface controls. Waveform mode. This changes how the waveform is displayed. Use it to switch between a more detailed positive and negative waveform view, or a cleaner level style view that is easier to read at a glance. Main waveform display. This shows the signal being processed. It helps you see where the bass, synth, pad, or other target sound is sitting before and after the sidechain movement. Sidechained waveform display. This shows the trigger signal, usually the kick. This makes it easier to line up the ducking shape with the actual sound that is driving it. The conflict heat map shows where the sidechain signal and the main signal are still fighting for space. Cooler colors mean the ducking is clearing room. Warmer colors show areas where masking may still be happening. The punch meter gives quick feedback on how well the kick or trigger is cutting through. Use it to judge whether the sidechain is adding impact or whether the settings are too weak or too heavy. The punch meter is a guide for overall impact, not a VU meter. Low-end focus mode. This narrows the visual and analysis focus toward the bass region. It is useful when you are tuning kick and bass relationships without being distracted by higher frequency content. Freeze frame mode. This captures the current visual state so you can inspect it without chasing a moving display. It is useful when you want to pause the moment and fine-tune the envelope shape. Replay mode. This lets you scrub through captured visual frames. Use it to review how the sidechain behaved over time and spot timing or conflict issues that are easy to miss in real time. Delta mode. This lets you hear what the processing is removing from the target signal. It is a practical way to check whether the ducking is cleaning space or taking away too much important tone. Audition mode. This mutes the main signal and gives you a monitoring tone for hearing the envelope movement clearly, even before the sidechain setup is perfect. It helps you understand the groove and shape of the ducking without guessing from the graph alone. Okay, let's get into some demonstrations. First up, we'll look at beats per minute mode. As I draw the envelope, you'll see it duck the main signal according to the curve. This mode is rhythmically synced to the timing division you select. In this case, every 1/4 beat. Next up, audio reactive mode. For audio reactive mode to work, please remember to enable SideChainX's sidechain input in your DAW to receive the trigger signal. In this mode, SideChainX listens to the sidechain input and triggers the envelope from real audio onsets. This is best when the groove is loose, swung, or not perfectly grid-based. Next, let's take a look at SideChainX's two unique and powerful features together, KickFit and the punch meter. KickFit is a unique feature available in audio reactive mode that is useful when you want the kick and bass to sit together quickly, without guessing your way through sidechain settings. It's intended to get you within the ballpark, allowing you to adjust from there. For this to be effective, you start the KickFit process when you have the kick and bass playing. When started, it listens to the main signal, the sidechain signal, and the processed output. It listens for a few cycles, then it checks things like kick clarity, low-end masking, recovery, timing, and how much bass energy is being preserved over time. When the material is clear enough, KickFit recommends practical settings for depth, attack, release, low-end focus, and an adaptive curve. The curve is built from what it hears, rather than just loading a fixed template. You can compare the recommended version against the original, then only commit the change when you press apply. So, it works like a guided assistant helping you get to a suitable result quicker. KickFit also allows you to select a music genre, which lightly influences the results towards that style. Also keep an eye on the punch meter at the top of the envelope area. The goal is not to make every trigger land perfectly in the sweet spot. You'll see the peak hit the green band. Use it to judge the general balance over time, whether the kick is cutting through, the bass is recovering naturally, and the sidechain is helping the groove instead of flattening it. Aim for a healthy, consistent response, not a perfectly locked reading on every hit. And then finally, also watch the conflict map at the bottom of the envelope area. Notice where the bass and kick are clashing, indicated in red before the settings are applied. So, after that long intro, let's see it in action. And that pretty much covers the features to get you started. There are many more useful features and customizations within SideChainX. So if you have not yet downloaded a demo copy, go ahead and check it out for yourself.
But I can't find the words to let him go.